Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermund, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Say, do you think this one's really arisen? These writings could be temples.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I'd thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit Roborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
I think I get the idea.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit Roborant for me? Oh, well, if you do...
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roborant, are we? Do come again.
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit Roborant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper-like, I'll bet.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
You really ought to have returned by now. Maybe it's time I went looking. Yet if all to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Fancy a look at my wares?
"'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?"
We ought to put it to good use.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
What should I get up to today?
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
"'Tis no more or less than what one might have expected."
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Shall we seek some answers?
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now. Is that you, Norbert? Ah, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis hard to describe. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
We must fly to the aid of those in need. One can see far to the distance from here.
I'd gladly cast aside my weapon and laze about here, if the Arisen would permit it.
You have my support.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Well, you ought not strain yourself, not in your current state. Those burns could easily have killed you outright. I expect 'twill be some time before you fully recover.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Seems naught ever goes right. I'd best sharp things up before I open it.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest!
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
I go where fortune whispers, friend.
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Perhaps a short rest would do us good.
Come to think of it,
Goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Nicely done.
Nothing of it!
Well said. I shan't let them harm me. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Well, let us make haste for the nearest town. I'd rather sell our pickings at market than toss them aside. Rather valuable, this.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Norbert, are you hurt?
Here, you came! Get me out of here.
Any last words?
I grant you roaring flame.
This one's ours, and make no mistake. I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
Let us take every precaution that we might see our charge delivered safely. Sir Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Meld at once. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
That's it.
Tether, quick! Semper.
I cannot believe their rage to our advantage.
No more.
We must rally. Panicking will only play to the enemy's guard. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait a minute.
Too fast for ya. The enemy's movements have grown sluggish.
We must make the most of this opportunity.
I shall lead the charge.
I grant you fire's blade. Use it well. Tis done. Thank you. I'm overjoyed to have completed the task the master set for me.
Not a bad idea.
I believe in you!
It seems to me we'll find some rare materials here.
Well, well. That's quite a discovery.
You can do this.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Gran, I want to learn magic, please.
This again, child. You know full well your father has forbidden it. There are plenty of things more deserving of your interest. Why not turn your aspirations elsewhere?
Why must you always take Father's side? I'd have thought you'd understand how I feel better than anyone.
What am I to do with that girl? Would that I could allow her to do as she pleases, but 'tisn't to be.
Why won't they let me study magic? It isn't fair.
That's it!
What is it? If you're looking for Gran, she's out. 'Tis dreadful dull round here. How long do they mean to shut me away? All I want is to study magic, but Gran refuses to teach me. If only I had a grimoire or two, then I could study on my own. If you find any grimoires, would you bring them to me? You needn't seek them out. Any you happen to find will do. Still, I'll write up a list of the tomes I'd most like, so you know which ones to keep an eye out for. Let's see. There. All done. Mayhap I was a little overeager, but you needn't bring them all. Just 2 or 3 would be swell. Though I would be thrilled to have the lot. Oh, and Gran is like to confiscate the grimoires should she espy them. Pray hand them to me when she's not at home.
So, we are to scour for the grimoires on Miss Trisha's list.
This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
Shall we set it rolling?
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Trisha's been rather restless of late. More so than usual, I mean. You wouldn't happen to know what's gotten into her, would you, sir? Trisha's been rather restless of late. More so than usual, I mean.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
Might I be of assistance? Allow me.
I could do this all day.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. The Arisen has been trenched.
Most impressive, Master.
Keep on like that and we'll be done here soon enough.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught be found while we're here? It was well worth the effort of breaking it. I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
Would that such tranquility could last.
That's just what I was thinking.
You can do this.
Goblins, Master!
You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire! You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. Grant you roaring flame.
My thanks. Where would I be without you, Arisen? These faces have grown mightily familiar.
Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say, we forge on together for as long as we may. During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there? One moment. I believe we are bound for... Yes, I know the place. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
I suppose we ought to make for our destination.
We're here, Master. The Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Meld at once. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
The arisen has been torched! Quick, douse the flames! Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment. Let my magic grant you an elemental. Well done, Master.
These obstacles shan't get the better of us. There must be a way to remove it. I can attack at a moment's notice, Master. Shall I assist?
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Look, Master! Goblins!
Douse the flames before it is too late.
I shan't let them harm thee. I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
Over so soon? Oh, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
decent spot to make camp. Assuming there are no monsters about.
Let us keep this place in mind for when night falls.
I could look.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
A firm push is what's needed here. Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Caught you! You'll be all right now.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master? Sir Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Meld at once. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
What is it? Got a question about my training regime? Suppose that was an unlikely guess. None took to the training like you did. Open to enlist, then? No. A pity. I'd hoped to add you to our ranks. You'd seem like you'd be fit for battle, even if I were to call upon you on the morrow. Which is more than I can say for the rest. Apologies for assuming. We've had fewer folks looking to enlist of late, and I'm hungry for recruits. Many keep their distance on account of the instructor being a beastren. How very Vermundian of them. At the very least, I'd like to provide some decent training to the soldiers we have now. Easier said than done, especially when the weapons we were promised have yet to arrive. It isn't like to boost their morale having rusted steel to train with. What I wouldn't give for some decent weapons and a soldier to act as an example. Someone with motivation to grow. That'd light a fire under them, I reckon. Mayhap you could aid us. I know 'tis much to ask of anyone, let alone a stranger, but what else am I to do? Much appreciated. We'd welcome what you can spare.
Sir Baron's request is quite understandable. Weaponry and motivated soldiers are the pillars of any military. Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
This would be quite painful were we to fall.
Careful now!
At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Hang in there, Master! I'm coming to assist!
I could do this all day.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
What a view. I'd not say no to a short repose hereabouts.
It would be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
I knew it to be so.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. I knew you would prevail, Master.
A few more victories like that, and we'll have a run-in for battle.
That was certainly worthwhile.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. Even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert. And perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Mel shan't lack for medicinal herbs. 2 good deeds in one, you might say. Sir Gregor wishes to speak with you, Master. Shall we go to him? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Here we are.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding. A task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
I knew it to be so.
We have reached our destination.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak.
Pray, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. Villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master. Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Our task is complete. That was certainly worthwhile.
The result of our impeccable teamwork, no doubt.
Our efforts have been rewarded.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Goblins approach!
I grant you roaring flame.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Hold fast, Arisen. I will be with you in but a moment. Well fought, Arisen.
People like that will be done here soon enough.
That was splendid.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Lest hope no one. Regardless, it do well not to.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry. got a good feeling about this one.